Alright guys, this is an album cover coming at you with another game. This is between Traven, the blue Terran, and Montoya, the red Terran. Inigo Montoya, perhaps. So there's a couple interesting things about this game. It is, I think, maybe one of the first Terran versus Terran that I've actually done in a while. It's a user submitted. Traven actually sent me this game. I'm friends with him IRL in real life. So he sent me this and said I should cast it because it was pretty funny. So I will do that. Also, something to note is I'm hoping right now that when you're seeing this on YouTube that it is much higher quality. And because this is my first video I am doing on my new computer. So while we do see a proxy barracks inside the other person's main base. So however, it does look like Traven is going to see that, and he does. So he's going to try to kill off this SCV before he can finish this barracks. But this is on my new computer, and I'm also using some new software as far as compiling the video segments I get after I record this, because it records in segments. So let me know, please, in the suggestion comments. Let me know if you like it, if it's better, if it's worse. Just let me know. So it looks like Traven is going to be able to kill off this SCV just before it gets done building. So good timing there, just barely getting that off, and gonna throw up a barracks of his own. His own barracks has been delayed, however. So not good. Gonna go ahead and finish completing his wall off, but it does look like Montoya is sending another SCV out here, perhaps to try to get in here and finish this barracks, but I don't see how he's going to get in. That looks like a pretty solid wall off to me. Look at the income tab. They both are at 10 harvesters, so looks like Traven actually queuing up some more. No, that's actually not a solid wall off. Wow, I didn't realize that. This SCV just sneaks in here and will be able to finish this barracks. So wow for Montoya. I could have sworn that was a full wall off, but it was not. So what Traven needs to be doing is killing off this SCV and then running away, trying to pump out a Marine. It looks like he's got 5 Marines here queued up. You never want to queue up any workers or queue up Marines or any other units, because of the fact that you basically pay for all of these that are in your queue. So you pay for them all before you get to use them all, or before any of them start producing. So you basically could be spending those resources on something else, such as more SCVs. It looks like Traven is going to send all his SCVs over here. Going to just kill off that Marine real quick and get to work on here. I don't know if I like pulling off all the SCVs, except for looks like 1 or 2 in gas, because right now he's not getting any income, as you can see from the income tab. And that's just allowing Montoya to get ahead, and right now Montoya needs to be throwing down barracks or 2 and really try to use this advantage that he has, because right now he can tell that Montoya is not, that Traven is not mining at all, and Montoya's barracks is on fire and will blow up. So Traven did handle this threat, but I'm not sure he handled it correctly or in the most efficient way possible. So Traven does end up moving his barracks and going to throw on a tech lab to this barracks, so he will be able to complete that wall off, and Montoya going to go ahead and throw down another barracks. But again, it needed to be, this barracks needed to be done a lot sooner, and then another one could be out, and he could actually have units. He could probably have about 3 Marines right here, about where Traven doesn't have anything, except he does have this 1 Marine here. So could have taken advantage of that, but he didn't. So looks like Montoya is actually ahead on the harvester count, just because the Traven was forced to pull off some of his SCVs to defend against that proxy barracks, and did not build anymore. So it looks like he is building another one right now. Montoya is getting close to being supply blocked, so he needs to go ahead and throw down another supply depot, and then Traven is doing good on supply and going to throw up another barracks. So his barracks, both barracks will finish about the same time as Montoya's second barracks finished a little sooner, and Montoya gonna go ahead and throw that supply depot down. So really, with Terran and Protoss, what you want to do is you always want to be making workers. That needs to be always something on the front of your mind, because you can really get away with not being as good as, oh, my micro is not as good as, you know, the pros, because, you know, I don't know how to move a Marine around right in the middle of a battle when he's about to die, and so he escapes with like 5 HP, and keep doing that for all your Marines. So if you have a lot better macro, such as the fact of always making harvesters, always boosting that income, then when you lose a Marine, it's not as, it doesn't impact you as much, because you can easily build more Marines and more troops a lot quicker. So we are going to see a reactor on this one in Tech Lab here. So we've already got 1, 2, 3 Marauders out here for Traven. So I'm going to go and see a good mixture of units. And looks like, however, Montoya is just going to go the solely Marines. So and also, I think I mentioned it before, but I had the music turned up a lot louder in this video. I don't think you could hear the music like hardly at all in the previous videos, and I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but I can hear it right now, and it's like an epic part of the song. It's like the drums going, and they're of course that sounds nothing like drums, but they are building up in anticipation for an epic match between both of these players, Montoya and Traven. So Montoya going to go ahead and start getting some of these upgrades right now. He's got way too much gas. He's got he's got 650, almost 700 gas. So he needs to be making factories, or he needs to, gosh, do something else with all that gas, or just at least just only mine off one of these refineries. Good gracious, cannot ever spend that fast enough at this point in the game. So, oh, that's something interesting. Traven is opting not to get mules. He's actually getting these supply depot drops, and there goes another one. So I guess that of course does keep these SCVs mining, and you can just immediately get extra supply. So you do gain this additional time mining. However, these are just SCVs and not mules, so you're not going to gain a whole lot, but you do gain something. So if any of y'all are interested in trying to figure out what actually you gain from all that, like if just being able to immediately build a supply depot at this stage of the game is worth it, at about, we'll say at about 40 supply with, okay, Traven only has 13 harvesters, so with only 13 harvesters it might actually be more beneficial to not take them off. But then of course if you got a mule, that would really, okay, I don't know. That's what I think I'm trying to say, is that I just don't know. So if y'all have any ideas about that, make sure to comment about those. And these 2 Marines are going to go up here for scouting purposes, but one falls, and the second one just barely escapes with his life, although it doesn't look like he's going to be living too much longer. No, he does explode into a ball of flesh and blood. We do see Marines and Marauders here by Traven just going to push out and eat up these Marines. Marauders can tank so much damage, and he does have quite a few. He does have 7 Marauders, and Montoya did just leave the game. So, not too favorable for Montoya there. Both players, I'm pretty sure Traven is, I think, a silver or gold level player. So, both players have room to improve, but don't we all? So yeah, let me know what you think about the new quality. Hopefully you can tell a difference. I hope I didn't just spend all this time talking and then YouTube renders it down to like 360 quality, which is sub TV quality. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I appreciate you for watching my videos. This is an album cover signing off.